questions. What about if couples are fighting about money all the time? Even if it's not something that you guys are fighting about all the time, but like, what strategies do you recommend for couples who might fight about money often? Whoever feels compelled to answer.
I'll say it again. Check your feelings at the door. If you really trust each other and love each other, figure out a way to communicate about it and get on a plan and get on one accord and hear each other out.
Rules of engagement. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to say. Rules of engagement.
What is an example?
Sorry, David.
It's true.
I'm from South Florida. Everybody's a BITCH in South Florida. Like, literally, when we talk and comment, that's it's an endearing word.
Yeah, not where I'm from.
Oh, where he's from? That's not what that means.
Not where I'm from.
And so very early on, cursing was off the table. We weren't allowed to curse each other during disagreements or arguments because that escalated it. Even if it was, you couldn't tell if you were playing or not playing, and then it got escalated too serious. Yeah. So that was adjustment for me. Okay, great. So if I can't do that though, his compromise had to be, well, that means I can't talk to you right away. Because that means, I promise you, I will say more than those words if you're forcing me to talk when I'm not ready to talk. So then it's my thing is I reserve the right to shut up. I'm not ready to talk about this right now. And so, and he, like, first he'll try to push and he's like, okay, I get it. So he had to wait till I cooled off to say, okay, when you ready to talk about it, let's have that conversation. So that has worked.
Yeah. That's true.
Wonders for us, Lord Jesus. Like, I am so grateful to him now. I look back and be like, that he established like some of that early on, so it made me have to realize, oh, that means I gotta calm down. Oh, got it, okay. So those are two things I would say, rules of engagement, and those were two of our rules that we go by.
No, I would say she's gonna say something funny, but I would say if they're really at the point where they're arguing about money, one thing that helped us, and we weren't really arguing as much about money, we just were on two different pages, is we got counseling. You know what I mean? And that helped us, like Will said, kind of listen to each other's needs and kind of help us get on the same page. So if a couple is like really going at each other, it does sometimes take a mediator.
It does.
Yeah, because when you're arguing, and a lot of times it's about money or whatever, you know, when you're trying to win the battle, you're not listening. You're not. Reason is out the door. So it does take someone who you can trust to help mediate it. And then, so that's what I would suggest, is to get someone to help break down what the real problem is and get you all on the same page.
Because a lot of times it's really not about the money.
That's true.
Right.
That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very
it's a power thing, you know, or poor communication. So I think the money just happens to be the thing that people are kind of landing on, for sure. I also suggest people meet in public.
Oh, definitely that.
You can behave, you'll behave, you know, for people who can't use their indoor voices. But we have that same rule about raising voices and profanity, like it's not allowed. So at least we know how to, we have a way that we have conflict, but it's very calm and, you know, reasonable. So I think you have to have those rules that that now impact how you talk about money as well. But that has to be your rules, period.
Agreed.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys for being so open and sharing. I've learned so much. I want to see, do you all have any final advice, anything else to say about this topic of the business of Black love before we close out?
No, I would just say that couples need to make it a priority.
That's good.
Because, like you said, life takes you through ups and downs and really challenging periods. So you need to. It makes it easier to get through those periods when you're financially in a different position. You know, so it is important to put business or your finances or money, you know, put a priority on, make it a priority, because it'll make it easier when things happen. Things happen, you know. So that's a suggestion I would make.
I would say two things: be flexible and never stop innovating. If you think about any society or any business, what crumbled it? Lack of innovation, lack of changing with times. It's the same thing with the marriage. And it's like life happens, things happen. You got to be flexible and always think of ways to innovate and get better.
I say look at yourself, because a lot of times you're pointing fingers at your spouse or your mate, and it's really you probably. So I think that self-evaluation has to happen first. So get yourself together, and then work things out with your mate secondly.
Yeah. Well, thank you all. This was so great. I loved it.
Thank you, Tiana.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This was good.
And thank you, viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Thank Me Later Real Life, where we help you navigate real life situations, including marriage. And please follow Thank Me Later on Instagram and Facebook at TML Money, and follow Janai at Janai Thornton on social media as well. And tune in to the next episode. We're so glad that you watched, and we hope that this has been really informative, and would love to hear your thoughts. So please comment, share, and let us know what you think.